Yo, yo, yo. Good morning, good afternoon, salutations. There we go. Depending on where you're at, arrivederci, hola, however you want to put it. We are running a little bit late. We're running on black time today. I guess it's my fault. I woke up a little late. I apologize. But welcome to Autastic Artists 36. Woo! God damn it. Jane's not here either, so we don't have our sound effects. But we've done 36 of these damn things. That means there's been 36 times where we found somebody else to talk about their issues like we do. Today we have a special guest from England. They're they're funny. They've been dealing with my shit, so at least I know they can handle it. And honestly, I think they have a funny story to talk about. They're an actor, they're a singer, all the way from England. Give it up for Kira Morsley, everybody. Hey,
Hi,
how you doing this morning?
I'm good. It's like 4:30 in the afternoon here in London, so it's
I
a
like how
little
you
bit,
said that half last four. We don't say that. We just say 4:30, motherfucker.
yeah.
Are you born and raised in England? I don't hear that bad of an accent.
No, no, I'm originally from Australia. So
Uh,
I moved out here like about 13 years ago. So I've been here for a long time.
and Australia and England, those are like the same thing, anyways, right? Like you guys are
Well,
that's kissing
it
cousins, right?
yeah, it's a colony. So lots of Brits in Australia.
I was gonna
Um
say, yeah, it's like America, but you guys didn't fight for your oh, sorry. Too
no,
soon.
not yet.
You're like, not yet. Not yet. So tell us a little bit about yourself. You're from England. You're an actress and a singer. What do you sing? What kind of music do you like to sing? Tell us a little bit about you as an artist.
Well, I do musical theater. So been doing that for like 20 years, acting in musicals, which is super fun, which means like people have this idea of what musical theater is, but these days it's like all sorts of different styles. You've got rock musicals and folk musicals and like your traditional Broadway tunes and stuff. But you get to play with lots of different kinds of music, which is what I love about it.
Yeah, you're not just it's not just dominated by one culture anymore, right? You've got
Mm-hmm.
you've got black musicals, you've got Asian musicals, you've got musicals from everybody, right? And then depending on it,
Yep.
right? You've got a little bit of everything, right?
Bit of
how,
everything.
what made you get into musicals? What made you want to just like sing your little heart out? Have you been doing this since a kid or what's
Yeah.
going on?
I don't know. Like, well, I guess my parents, they used to listen to like all of the classic 1950s golden age stuff, like West Side Story and Carousel and all of those like really old school musicals. And so I guess that I got into it as a kid and I could just like go into this little fantasy world where
I was gonna say
everybody sang and danced
you're
all the
not as young as
time.
I thought you were, are you? How old are you, Kira? What do you mean West Side
No,
Story?
I'm like, oh my God, yeah, I'm 42.
Oh shit, we're the same age. Oh fuck. All
Yay!
right, okay, all
Children
right.
of the 80s.
Yeah. Hey, when's your
Yeah.
birthday? So am I older? Are you
It's in
just turned?
I'm in June. So yeah.
Fuck yeah, I'm older. Boo!
Not by much, sounds like.
6 months. 6 months.
Okay.
It's not that much. We're both. I'm at 81. You're at 82. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
it's just because the way you said it. You're like West Side Story. I was like, I think that came out when I
Not
was.
original. No, not the original.
Well, I know not the
We watched
original,
it on
but
DVD. Or like, well, it would be VHS when I was a
yeah.
kid.
I was gonna say
Um,
we didn't have DVD when we were kids. What kind of
oh no, it was
British
VHS
technology did you have?
and and it was like cassettes and vinyl. We had the
Cassettes and
vinyl.
vinyl. Yeah, you didn't. Did you watch Grease? Does that count?
Oh yeah, Greece. It was the Greece 25th anniversary. Was the 25th? Yeah, I think it was the 25th anniversary when I was in like year seven, so seventh grade when I was like 12. So we had like a massive Grease party at school where we had to dress up as, characters from Grease, and it was hilarious. Like these 12-year-old kids in
So
poodle skirts.
I don't remember Grease. What I remember
Really?
was this. I remember it, but I don't remember like watching it as a kid. What I remember watching was Johnny Depp and a spoof called Crybaby. Have you ever heard of that?
Oh, there's a musical of Crybaby.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about with Johnny Depp, and they're
Yeah, I
making
think
fun.
so. I think so. I
Like,
don't know it. I don't know it very well, but it rings a bell.
the only why I remember is it wasn't so much a musical, it was a film, right? I'm looking it up
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now,
yeah.
but it had
They
Johnny
definitely made a
Depp
musical of it, I'm
and
sure.
Ricky Lake in it, and then the little white girl
Yeah.
was supposed to,
Ricky
be
Ricky
a,
Lake we did Hairspray around the same time, which was made into a musical. Yeah.
again. I'm
Oh,
not thinking of the musical.
completely.
I'm thinking of the shitty '90s
Oh yeah.
TV talk
There's
show, right? It
oh
was her
yeah.
and
That
Jenny Jones, right? Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
and that was like what was on during the day when you were homesick from school.
Yeah, or you skipped, however you want to say it. Yeah, so you must. I like how you're like, I'm homeschooled. No, I was skipping back when I was trying to get laid at two. Never mind. So, what what is your diagnosis? What's your superpower, as I like to
My
say it?
super wow, I don't know if it's a superpower, but yeah, a couple of years ago I got my clinical diagnosis of autism. Pretty sure I'm also ADHD, but because of the ADHD I haven't
You haven't
sorted out.
focused enough to go figure it out, right?
No, because that needs executive function, which I don't have. But the autism one was important because like I was going back to uni and needed the help. So
What is uni? Oh, school.
oh, university, college, yeah, grad school specifically. I'm
Uh,
speaking American right now.
is that we don't say uni. I just like I love how
No,
you're like I'm speaking American right now. Uni is not an American
uni,
slang.
it's a university. It's I'm grad school is what you would call it in America.
Yeah, you're
So I
getting your
went to
master's
grad
degree.
school.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
I love.
drama school. Yeah.
I dated a woman from England, and it was just like little things she'd say, like windscreen and knickers, and
Yep.
the first time I heard knickers, I was like, hey, you're white. You can't call me a knicker. You can call me a knicker, but you can't call me a
Ugh,
knicker.
awkward. Awkward.
Right? I didn't. She's like, no, my panties. Oh,
Oh.
I know where those are
See,
at.
in Australia, pants are just your trousers. Like they're what you wear on your legs. So when I moved to London, I had to remember that pants here are a whole different thing. So
Yes, yes. At
tiny,
least
tiny little linguistic things, which is
so.
hilarious.
Let me ask you: Is your now? You said you've only been diagnosed for a couple of years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like it's affected your work, or does
Oh
it make it
yeah.
easier? In what ways?
That now that I like, because like looking back, because I went to drama school 15 years ago to do my undergrad. And looking back now, the struggles that I had with training, I'm like, oh, that's because my brain works differently. Like people saying, oh, hey, do you feel this? Do you feel that? And I'm like, no, no, I don't. Like, oh, when no, that's not a thing for me. Yeah, and people like instinctively understanding things, and I'm just having to work it out, going, and just like copying people. I think like part of part of my master's degree is looking at how autism and acting go together, um, so that I can like work out how to help autistic like student actors and like upcoming actors so that they can like look after themselves and be better actors, and then like advocate for themselves in the industry as well. So it's been a whole journey.
So when you say you're doing because I know like when you do your master's project, you gotta have a culminating project. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Is like, so
Mm-hmm.
what is your culminating project? What are you doing your thesis on? Like, how are you
Yeah.
making
Well,
this about acting and autism? I want to hear this.
Yeah, well, because my master's is in actor training, right? Um, and so my thesis is about how autistic masking is basically acting. It's kind of the same thing.
Okay.
Right?
I mean,
um,
so and I laugh at you because here's why. I'm normal looking, right? And so a lot of fuck you. Unless you're like, you don't look
what?
the way you laugh, you're like,
Well, what? Yeah,
oh,
but what is normal? I
fuck off, Kira.
refuse to
But
believe there's normal that
I
happens.
I agree what you're saying. But what I
Nothing is
mean by that
normal.
is like, so I posted 2 days ago. I was like, I'm feeling alone. I'm done with some things. You know what I mean? Like, I think I might be done with comedy. I'm tired of like just struggling, right? And just all my emotions at one given time, right? And sometimes
Mm,
it's jumbled, sometimes it's not, but it's really just how I feel, right? Very.
yeah.
And somebody was like, "You can't stop posting." And I was like, "Do you guys forget I'm autistic and high anxiety and PTSD? Like, I got
Yeah.
I got a lot going on, right?"
This
And then
this this shit happening.
right, and that's what I mean is like I still look normal. And like one of my friends commented, and I thought they hit it on the nose. Is that, and you may agree with this, when you have some sort of professional success or what people would consider success for usual people, right?
Yeah.
They assume that your life is going great.
Hmm.
And just because you've been doing this musical or you're working on Broadway or whatever it is for you guys, I don't know what you fucking call it, right? But you've got this new play going out, and you did these 7 shows and they saw pictures of you on the red carpet. Everything must be going great, but little do they know you're dying on the fucking inside, right?
Right. Right. Yeah.
Right. And
And I
so,
mean, it's hard enough for actors anyway, because it's never real. It's never like as glamorous as people expect, even for neurotypical people. Like, it's
well,
always hard.
I remember I did my first acting slash modeling gig, right? And so I was paired with another woman, and we were husband and wife, and we were taking pictures around this house, around the fireplace, and I just had to gaze into her eyes all day, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm falling in love. How do you right? But it was like
With
I
that
saw the
much eye
way,
contact, wow.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like if I
Like,
can't, I notice you're not looking into my eyes that much, and we're on video. So imagine dealing with all this in real life. I know it's hard. I know it's hard.
it's ugh. No, thank you. Like all day, can't do that. No,
Yeah,
no, no.
8 hours of just staring into my deep brown eyes and staring at you
That's
back, and
too much. It's too much eye contact. It's
yeah,
far too
yeah.
much eye contact. Can't do
I
it. No thanks.
already noticed that about you. I was like, you know, I'm the other way around. I have no problem in just
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like that's yeah, the thing that like because I'm like, ass deep in diagnostic criteria at the moment for my thesis. So it's like abnormal eye contact. I'm like, okay, cool. That could go either way.
yeah,
Great.
all right. Some people are like, you're so good at talking to people. Not appropriately though. Like if
Yeah.
yo, what's up,
Right.
bitch? How you motherfuckers doing? Ah, I can do that all
No,
day.
I
I can
have
do
no
that all day.
respect for authority. It's not a thing. What is
But
authority? I don't get it.
having a real conversation like, "Good morning, Jane Jira. Thank you for showing up 15 fucking minutes late." I'm not good at that at
Hooray.
all. I'm just fucking, "Hey, Jane Jira."
Yay. You know who I'll
Hey.
never sponsor? Xfinity. You guys suck. Goodbye.
The Jane Jira is dealing with internet issues. Last 2 weeks ago, we had power issues because we had a windstorm. My computer wasn't booting up. Her computer wasn't booting up. Life's been a bitch,
You
and
know
then
what
we'll
they
die,
say,
right?
Mercury's in lemonade.
I've never heard of. Maybe you could.
Isn't that
No,
supposed
it's
to be
okay.
over by now? I don't know.
What? What? You order Mercury's? Never
It's over
mind. You.
for real, but the results remain in our hearts.
Oh God, Jesus Christ! So we were just talking about how masking is like acting.
It is, though.
Yeah,
You
right?
hang out in a room with other people who are performing a different play, and then you gotta
Yeah.
like improv and pretend that you auditioned for the same show, and you're like, yes, I can play the role of a neurotypical. I am very good at using my face. Very good. And then
Look at
everyone's
how
like,
good my
oh yeah,
face
you're not
is. Yeah,
autistic. Yeah.
exactly. But
And then
then
it's
then
like,
they're like,
ta
wait a minute.
showmanship. Yeah, they're like, what do
Yeah.
you mean? And then you take the mask off and you're like, huzzah, it is I, the autistic.
Or it just slips accidentally and they're like, whoa, who are you?
Yeah, and then in your head, there's like an applause, and then in real life, people are like, why are you holding for applause?
I
You don't
agree.
you don't have a laugh track in your head? What? Who, what is this? What is this? You mean to say that not everyone has a laugh track in their own head? I'm sorry. That's suboptimal. I don't like this.
It's funny you say. I remember being a kid and watching like sitcoms and thinking like that was life. Like
Yeah,
I remember truly
We
thinking
were
like
all
I
there.
could turn and be like, "Hey, look at the tits on this bitch," and everybody like, "Ha ha ha ha!" ha," and I do that, nobody'd be laughing, and I'd just be.
yeah.
And she said,
People
"Yeah,
just look at you funny.
People just look at me. Yeah, people look at you weird, and you're like, "What? That was funny in my head. People were laughing in my head. Where were you?"
that was a great fucking bit." In my mind, I'm getting an ESPY next month. ESPYs aren't even for acting. Who cares? It's a trophy, bitch. Fuck you. You know what I mean? Like I
It's
don't.
great.
Yeah, it's
It's what
so.
it is. In my mind, I've just accepted a freaking Tony. What, like, get
Yeah,
on the same page, man.
yeah, hello, I'm the best. So, what got you started in the acting? Like, you said you've been doing it forever. You did musicals. Were
Yeah,
you one of those? Are you a theater geek? Are you one of those
I'm a
kids
theater
who?
kid. We
Oh
kind of didn't
God.
really have theater
Woohoo!
kids in Australia. It wasn't really a thing. You don't kind of have
Oh,
theater club.
what?
Um,
You're
no.
too busy running from crocodiles and kangaroos to
Yeah, pretty
do the.
much.
And
And
breakdancing.
doing bad breakdancing apparently.
Wait for it.
Um,
Kira, are you
I'm so sorry.
appropriating my culture and doing
I'm so
breakdancing too?
sorry. Like, no.
How do you feel
Um,
about that? When you did
look,
the white Australian woman in you just stand on a chair and scream gold medal?
I don't look, I don't know enough about it to comment properly, but my instinct just goes, ooh, 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 terrible idea.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's oh dear.
She got
Yeah.
0 points.
I
I
know,
didn't
nil
even know that
point.
was possible.
Neither did
It's kind of
I. It was
impressive.
just, and there is a thing in Australia called cultural cringe, and where we sort of like any kind of artistic pursuit or any kind of like thing like that is like super cringe anyway. So the amount of cringe, like collectively, that must have happened. I was in another country and I felt it. I was like, oh, that's awkward. Um, yeah. I'm like, but yeah, I don't know enough of the backstory, and there's all these rumors flying around about like how she got there and all of that sort of stuff. And so I don't really know, but hearing about it, I was like, oh dear, that's
I
that's
think
not
the
great.
truest thing that we can all agree with. So in an interview, she said she was like, I do my own moves, and all of us are like, oh yeah, you do. That is not a move anyone has ever
Yeah, you
seen
do, mate.
before.
Yeah. I mean, look, she doesn't deserve to get bullied or anything. She is like
No, I
legitimately
disagree.
trying,
No,
but
I disagree.
you know,
I gotta stop you there. I I I'm tired of there being this no bullying bullshit.
what? Bullying is bad.
No, no, no. And
Well, no,
here, stop. Let me
holding
finish.
people accountable is
Yeah,
fine,
yeah. Whoa. Let me get there.
but that's a
Let me get
different
there.
thing.
Whoa, stop. Don't you white person cultural cringe me, you bitch. I'm gonna say my point before you agree with me. All right. What I mean by that is my case in point. I love the way you're like this motherfucker. My case in point was the 2024 gymnastics team. Whatever white bitch teammate that wanted to call everybody lazy but Simone, that was not a good idea.
That was a terrible idea.
Her white tears of, oh my God, your fan base is bullying me for what I said.
Well, she did something stupid.
And I
She
want
just
you
was
to
like,
go online and tell your fans to stop picking on me for the words I said.
oh, consequences of your actions. Oh, what a shame. Like, but you know, trying to do something in good faith is different to like slagging off your former teammates.
No, I agree with you. I'm not disagreeing. Okay, I'll give you that. But I'm just saying that just there's you're right. If this white breakdancing woman was online doing a Noah Lyles or whatever, like the sprinter, talking about who's world championship of dancing, bitch, I'm the world champion of breakdancing, and like rubbing it in, then you're right. I think she deserved to get bullied. Now, I don't think it's bullying, right, for people to make fun of a performance that we know shouldn't have won.
Well, we could, but it didn't, so that's fine. She like the
Didn't they
consequences
get
were
gold? She got gold, didn't she?
No, she got 0 points.
She got 0 points. Yeah.
That's how they didn't understand how I thought she got the gold or something. I didn't know.
No.
That's what this. See how I'm totally out of. I'm totally.
It was just funny, like, and great. Like she
It's the
and
meme
like,
that brought us all together.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. I
And
don't feel
she's
so bad
studying
now.
it, and you know that's her PhD is in breakdancing, and you know, as a fellow member of academia, fair play. But
I'm now seeing it was a little Japanese girl that won breakdancing, and I'm like, that makes sense. That does.
yeah, there we go.
At first, the little Japanese girl spinning on her hat, throwing her shit down, asking for money when she. Oh shit, that's Las Vegas. I'm sorry. Have you been to Las Vegas? That happens all the time.
No.
So what brought you from Australia all the way across the lake to England?
A big plane.
Hey,
What? I'm autistic. I'm being literal.
I know you are. Go ahead.
Yeah. But well, basically, there's more theater here. There's more work. Yeah.
You really moved there for work, huh?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a lot more. There's more theater in one street in London, like more actual theater buildings in one street in London than there are of a similar size in the whole country of Australia. I'm pretty sure.
Holy shit. That's
that's my estimate. Because like, yeah, Shaftesbury Avenue in London, there's like 7 or 8 theaters just on one street. And there's about 7 or 8 cities with a theater in Australia, you know.
So it sounds like you're a full-time actor, singer, thingamajigger, right?
Wow. Who is full-time? Who doesn't full-time? I'd love to be full-time. That'd be great. No, at the moment, because I've been studying and I've been teaching acting a lot. And obviously before that it was COVID and no one was working. So it's been a while. But yeah, as much as possible.
Well,
is the short answer.
And I'm not disagreeing, but I think, and I'll say this to myself, I think like when you become a full-time comedian, right? You're not just doing comedy 40 hours a week. You're doing comedy, you're doing podcasts, you're doing, you know what I mean? So if you're teaching, you know, acting and you're teaching theater, you are a full-time actor. That's
I'm
just
a full-time, theater person.
Theater person. So do you do stagehand work too then, or
no, I do like teaching, a little bit of like assistant directing. I used to do a bit of writing, that sort of stuff. So yeah. More
no costume design, none of the fun stuff.
In another life, I would have been a costume designer. wardrobe mistress. Yeah, because I
Oh, here
love.
comes my bestie. Go ahead. Jane Jira's about
Yeah.
to lose her shit. Jane
I
Jira's
I
the
just love costume design so much. I'm a
Oh,
costume maker and a cosplayer, and it
amazing.
is a delight. I wish I could get paid for it, but I just do it
If
because
I
I
had
love
more
it.
time, I would be much more into the cosplay stuff. But from having to
You can
make,
always do it on the side.
I know, but like it seems like a really expensive hobby.
It is. But if
Yeah,
you have a job that pays, you can do it. And you can also do it on a budget because I
yeah, that's
source
true.
most of my fabrics from like sheets at the thrift store.
Yeah,
And you can't even
exactly.
tell.
Facebook Marketplace is great
Oh
for
yeah.
like
It's an
stacks
addiction.
of random fabric. It's amazing. I got like a drawer full of old like curtains and stuff that are made of interesting fabric
Yes.
to
That's the
like,
best dress material right there.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm so into like historical costuming.
Yes. Because, like, I don't know
Yeah.
if this is considered an unpopular opinion in the community. You don't always need the best fabrics. You just need fabric that
Mm-mm.
looks like what you're making and that's easy to work with. Because, like, satin's
Yeah.
beautiful, but my God, the fraying
Oh
for
my, just
days.
no, just fraying for
Ah,
days. Just yeah,
always.
just get a bottle of Free Check and just like spray that shit. Because
Mm-hmm.
like, and if you're using authentic stuff, it's so expensive.
Oh my God. No one's gonna tell. Unless you're doing a
Mm,
contest, then I'm sure
yeah.
they will tell.
If you're doing reenacting and shit, then yeah,
But if it's
do
just
the
for
best you can.
funsies and you just want to go to an event, like go to like an
Mm-hmm.
outdoor get together, picnic, gathering type of thing, just looking all cute, just do
Yeah,
that. Just have fun with it.
yeah,
And it's
yeah.
a good way to build sewing skills too. Because like my mom was like,
Mm,
why are you only making costumes? Why didn't you start with quilts? And I'm like, what am I gonna do with a quilt? I have
right.
blankets. And then
I
she's like, what are you
know.
gonna do with all your dresses? And I'm like, wear them sometimes, obviously.
make a quilt. No.
Quilting is hard. Quilting is harder than
It's way
dressmaking.
harder. Especially
Yeah.
when you're autistic and like can't keep track of all the things.
Oh my God. I'm making sure everything is the right way round
Oh my God, I
and
would lose
having
my
like,
mind.
no,
Because quilts
like the
have to be
geometry.
perfect. Otherwise, you'll
Yeah,
notice. But with
exactly. And
dresses, cover
perfectionist
it up
tendencies.
with with like beads or something, and then
Or a
Exactly.
bow.
ta-da!
You just
Yeah,
put a
You can
bow
problem
in the
solved.
middle of your dress for no
Ta-da!
fucking reason.
All done.
slap a bow on it. I mean, look, we've all seen Drag
It's
Race and the
couture.
things that they hot glue onto costumes.
Yeah, exactly. If they can do it,
It's
because
great.
like there's no like there's like kind of an order for things need to be done in
Yeah.
dressmaking, but there's no exact order. Whereas quilting, if you do it backwards, ooh, everyone's gonna see. They're gonna know.
You have to undo the whole thing and start again. Same with knitting. If you screw it up 3 rows ago, that's
You're
it.
toast. You're so done.
Absolutely done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Hobbies that are
cosplay
not
is for
good for my brain.
chaotics.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%.
That's
Like,
why I
yeah,
do it.
I feel like all the neurodivergents come out at cons and just be like, hello,
Which is
this is my special
hilarious
interest. I
because
love
we're
this.
all introverts, but we're all here together outside of our homes, which goes against being an introvert, but we're having the best
Mm-hmm.
time. It's
But
hilarious.
this is what I'm saying about masking. We're wearing a costume and being a character
We're
so we can
masking
interact with
literally.
people. Literally.
Yeah.
Like,
Weaponized masking.
mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, this,
I've started doing the whole like so I'm into like magic and arcades and all this shit, right? But being a poor black kid,
The good stuff.
you can't afford to like quite cosplay, right? And so like I go to these things and it's funny because you see other poor black kids there too who are just we're just out of place and we don't have a costume, but we know we're in the right place. And we're all like, hey, there's another black guy who doesn't get along with anybody. How you doing? What are you doing here? I'm weird too. You're weird? Yeah, I don't really get along with anybody. The white people are scared of me. The black people call me white, right? Like I'm just my girlfriends always think I'm weird. Like I try to do Legos and lingerie and she put on her lingerie and then I was like, where are the Legos? Like when are we gonna do the leg? Oh. I saw Kira's face. That's not the answer. You're supposed to like the lingerie, but I wanted to do Legos. They said there was
no,
Legos, right? Like
the
I
Do
didn't.
Legos
Legos.
first. Yeah.
Think I do. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I thought. We're gonna do the Legos and then play the lingerie.
I
But
didn't know
it
they
that
went together, but I'm more excited about the Lego.
Yeah, me too.
I was too. She made me buy lingerie, and I was like, "This isn't comfortable."
It's not even made of Legos.
No,
Right? Like,
Which,
if it
for
was, it'd be
comfort,
really
that makes sense.
uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like the idea is hilarious. A Lego thong? Oh my, I would just die laughing and forget what we
no.
were supposed to do.
Oh no.
Just like hold it up
Oh.
and look at it and be like, there's no way. Who thought of this?
Sensory
Who's fit-
nightmare.
Yeah, and then
who's
give you
fitting in
snacks.
that? This is not the African American crotch on a pair of boxers. This is not.
No one has a square butt.
Or wear
like that.
lingerie but wear a Lego head.
That's a lie. I've seen a lot of square butts on you white people.
Same.
I'm mad out. Kira laughed and JJ was like, "Ha, same, definitely."
I haven't noticed. I'll be looking now. Thanks.
Okay, that's what cosplay is for. Just make
Walking around the corner. Hey, Mary, turn around. I gotta do some research. So, who are you studying? You said you're doing your thesis on masking.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Who are you studying? How many are you getting other actors into it?
No, I'm studying me.
Yay!
Yay! Yay! Because like having autism research from autistic people's point of view, it hasn't happened much. So I'm doing it because I'm an actor. So I may as well use my experience. Also using other people, like I don't have a lot of time. I've only got a few months to do this. So like doing interviews and that sort of stuff takes time and logistics and executive function and social skills. So I'm doing the research for myself, on myself, with myself. Yeah.
You're doing a
called
lot of things.
Auti biography and Auti ethnography, as in autistic.
Yes. Cue the Dancing with Myself song.
Yeah.
Sounds a little narcissistic, right? You're just doing everything and making it all up as you go. Yeah.
Well, look, people have called us narcissistic for 70 years, so may as well own that.
You said may as well own it. I'm just leaning into it.
It's
right?
not narcissistic if you're the only one in the game that fits the qualifications.
I don't even know what that like. I had an ex call me. I don't even know what it is. Like I don't get it. It's somebody who's not in touch with reality. I'm like, that's not a narcissist. That's just a Gemini. Oh.
Awkward.
She's a Gemini. That's what I said. That's why I said that. I figured out she's a June baby. She's got two personalities. She's like, you know what? I'm not. It's time for me to go. I got
masking. Yeah. Geminis are supposed to be good communicators, though, so I don't know what happened there. What else?
I'm sorry, ma'am.
Makes no sense.
Ma'am. She's the same age as me, too. She's 42 also, James. It's all right. I thought she was some young thing, and then she was talking about West Side Story.
I thought you were like 29 or something.
I have this theory that autistic people look a lot younger in general than we are. Don't you reckon? I don't know.
Some people have thought that I was like 18 or something. I am turning 28 in a few weeks.
Amazing. We age well.
I'm baby.
Mm-hmm.
We do.
We age really well.
It's like fine wine.
No, you weren't diagnosed. Do you remember being a kid? Do you think this was affecting you as a kid as well, or?
Oh yeah. We were talking about Legos. I didn't build stuff. I sorted them into colors and shapes. I had
that's the first sign.
It's the first sign. Sorting things, lining them up. So this is definitely showing my age. I had My Little Ponies because it was the 80s.
Oh my God. Guess what? Hold on. Let me bring you on screen. To go ahead and tell her, Jane Jira.
Okay. I love that you said that because last weekend I just made bank for the first time at a My Little Pony convention. I made so many friends.
The bronies, man.
All of my pony themed hair bows, they sold out completely. It was so magical. I was very happy to be in a
Winning.
different world. It was so good.
Oh, so good.
And the best part is it was mostly older people, and there were kids too, unfortunately. But everyone else, there were like elders, because they're ponies from like day one. And there's this table that was
Literally.
selling like antique ponies and stuff. It was magical.
I love that they're
that.
antique, but they're like from the 80s, like me. And I found them when I went to my mum and dad's house, and I found all of my ponies, and like I had to just spend an afternoon like cleaning them and doing their hair and stuff.
Exactly.
But yeah,
'cause you
I
gotta
used to
keep them in
I
good
used to
shape.
line them up. Absolutely. Because, I played with them and all of their hair was a bit dodgy. So I had to
And they
make all
also
their
go for
tails
like
nice.
hundreds of dollars and stuff now. So if you need to pay a bill real quick, just
if there's a
sell
red
one,
brown
bada bing,
one.
bada boom.
Yeah, I gave mine to my little
Exactly.
cousin. Like, you are the custodian of these
Aw.
now. Enjoy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite pony?
Oh,
Which one?
I don't know. I had one, oh God, I can't remember her name, but there was one where I had two of them actually. One of them was a green one and one of them was a purple one. And her tail grew. So you could and you could turn her head to retract the tail and then pull the tail out. And it grew, and it was like, this is the coolest thing ever. And I had one purple unicorn one, and the green one had wings.
Ooh.
But they both had this growing tail. I can't remember what their names were, and I can't remember what their cutie marks were either. I'll have to look them up. I took pictures, obviously, when I was at mum and dad's. But they were my favorites. They were consistently my favorites.
The way you guys are just losing your shit over here is, and I'm already looking it up. You had the brush and grow ponytail.
Yes, that's the one. And their manes are really long as well. Yeah.
Oh, yes, I did.
Yeah.
So it's sad. Danger, we have a logo here. It's called Black and Proud for one of our shows. It's black and LGBTQ. And I actually got the shirt. I should go show the shirt. But it's a black unicorn with a rainbow hair, a rainbow mane, and a rainbow unicorn.
Because that made sense to me. Yeah.
So when I told her that she's like, "Oh my God, that's amazing." Unfortunately, I didn't take the time to send her the stickers and get them up to her. But I wonder how bad them motherfuckers would have sold. Because there's the new black Star Bright. It's not Star. What is it? Rainbow Bright? No.
Rainbow Bright
Is the black one? Yeah, she's a black unicorn now.
Ooh.
Okay.
Who's
I love that for her.
Okay.
Who's the black? There's a black little My Little Pony now. And
nice.
so
Finally.
yes.
Right.
It's about time.
Yes. There's only who is the dark pony? Dark Moon. There we go. It's Dark Moon.
Okay.
They
that
have
does
a
make
Dark
sense.
Moon one, right? But it was so huge to like. I don't know, like if it was representation in a
he's
sense.
so cute.
Stop it! I know.
Oh, you're a Brady.
Oh my God. But it's there's something to be said about that. Like, I don't know, like when we think about the first person that I watched on TV and they were autistic is not the first person that I remember thinking they were autistic. The first person that I watched that was autistic that I didn't know was autistic was Rain Man.
Oh yeah.
Remember
It was
Rain
a lot
Man?
of our first experience.
Yeah, right. It is. He's like, oh, that's bad. That's bad. I don't like it. We can't sit by the door. We can't. Nope. Right. 47 times 47 is whatever the number is, and I could probably think of it if I really want to try. Right. But trust me, I get it. It's 2350 minus another 3, so it's like 22 something. Anyway, yeah, look at you. You're like, no.
I didn't get maths autism.
I did. But
I'm allergic to math.
The one that you're fucking Asian. How does that
know,
work?
that's the funny part. It's the white
I know
in me.
you can't drive for shit, but you're supposed to be able to know what angle you hit me at, you son of a bitch.
Exactly.
But the one that did it for me was watching Sheldon. And it wasn't Big Bang Theory, but to watch young Sheldon.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, the
like,
writers are like, oh no, he's not written to be autistic. And you're just like, really?
yeah, he
Really?
is. Yeah, like watch young Sheldon. That
He
pull up
totally
to
is.
school and be like, that boy has tattoos. I hope he knows those are illegal. We're gonna have a word with him. And his mom's like, good luck on your first day. Right? Like,
Yeah.
I remember being that large kid because I was like in 4th grade or 5th grade. I remember I had to go shopping for clothes. And I was already
Mhm.
5'9". So I had to go shopping in the yeah, look at you. Yeah, right. So
I'm
I
still only
remember
5'3". Like,
shit 5'3". I've been
I'm
5'3" since
5'3".
like 3rd grade, right? But yeah,
Wow.
exactly 3rd grade. At 9, at 8, I was 5'3". But anyways, so I got on this purple collared shirt. I'm gonna take out the picture when you guys talk next time. And I got this purple shirt on and black pants, and I walk in, and everybody was like, "Are you the teacher?" And I was like, "No," right? And all the kids were like, "Who the fuck is this big ass black kid?" Right? So, like to me, it's always been a challenge, I guess. I guess school was always a challenge. I guess it's just what I'm getting at. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know what it was like for you, but school just didn't make sense. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, school sucked. Like, learning stuff, great. Love learning stuff. Fantastic time. But like, other kids, no, thank you.
Ooh,
No, no. Which is why I was
the
like, no
worst.
bullying before, because that was like my entire school experience was like, you're weird. We don't like you. Go sit over there. And yeah, it wasn't great. Not great at all.
I remember there was this one time at recess where I felt like socially obligated to like inform the recess teachers. I was like, I do not have someone to play with. I think we're supposed to all have someone. That's like the social rules. And they didn't know what to tell me. They were like, okay, we'll help you find someone. They did not help at all. And
You're
I
like,
was
hold on.
like,
I read the handbook for recess. It says
how this
we're all
goes.
supposed to be playing, but
All of
With
my
I
each
picture
should.
books
other.
show me that
Yes.
people have friends.
I've seen
What is,
shows. The friends hang out in groups of 3 minimum.
yeah.
Like, where's the other two for me? What's
Where
going
when do I
on?
get assigned my friend?
Yes. Why are
So
my friends in the younger grade than me and we're segregated? Like,
I
I can't
read.
interact with these older kids. They don't understand Pokemon like I do.
So I remember when I met one of my buddies that I hadn't seen. I saw him last night, but I saw him 2 weeks ago at my club, and he walks and goes, Jonathan. And he looks at me and goes, hey, we went to kindergarten together. Now think about that. You're
Aw.
42. You know what that means. That means this was like 37 years ago.
Yeah.
And so we're sitting there reminiscing, and I looked at him, and I was like, I remember when you dared me to go in the girls' bathroom, and he started cracking up. And I didn't even want to go. Like, I was like, what do they do in there? Like, why do they have their own bathroom? He said, I bet you won't go in there. Ran in, eek! So I don't even remember how far I made it. I don't remember but there was this inquisitive nature of why do they have, it wasn't anything sexual, wasn't anything
Like,
perverted. But
yeah.
what do they do in there? Why there
Why are they in there for so
Why are
long?
they different? Doesn't
what,
make sense.
I
Yeah.
think back in
I had the
kindergarten
same thing.
cop.
Like, I walked into the dude's bathroom, and then the teacher got mad at me, and I was like, I don't understand why we have differences when we're all people-shaped and going to school at the same time. Like, why are we different? It doesn't make sense. And then as I got older and I like understood gender more, and then they had health class, I was like, oh, that's why they're separating us. Okay, that's
Mm-hmm.
annoying.
Yeah,
But
But
I
I
how do
was
you,
one of
did.
those kids who, because like if it was a rule, then I didn't do it because there was rules
Yeah.
and I had to follow the
But then
rules.
other kids don't follow the rules, and it's like, well, why
It's like
aren't they doing it? It doesn't make
why are
sense.
you not following rules?
And then
That's
they get mad at you for being different. It's like, but I'm a rule follower. Why am I being singled out right now?
they're like, yeah, but you can still do this. And I'm like, no, 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 it's a rule.
So
That no, I'm not
silly.
supposed to.
I'm glad we're having this conversation because I talked to somebody. I think you've heard me talk about this, Danger. I was really a good kid.
Yeah.
Like when I think back on it, there wasn't like a bad bone in my body. I didn't pick on kids. I got sent like bus half days because of fighting and getting in trouble. So half the kids on my bus were the special kids anyways. So they became my friends. So when you made fun of the special kids, then I had to beat you up again because those I ride with the window licker. That's William. William the window licker. I share he gives me his fruit snacks. He gets the best fruit snacks. He gets the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle ones. They're chewy and bright
That's the
and
good ones, though.
yeah, right. I like a
They actually have flavor.
yeah. Those are the ones. Too much flavor, I think, at some point. But hey,
And you
know
can
what I mean?
actually tell what the shape is. It's not just a blob.
But those were all like I talked to somebody else. There was this program I was in called Stepping Stones, and I remember one time me and this girl got sent home on the same cab. So it was time to have sex. That's what was gonna happen. We were 11 and we got alone, and we're like, yeah, we're gonna do the thing. We're gonna do the thing. And then her mom came home early, and I tried to hide in the backyard behind the bushes like that was incognito or something. Just go hide in the backyard. Mom's not gonna notice some 6 foot tall black kid sitting
In the
behind
bushes.
right.
Totally not suspicious at all.
Oh man.
Now, there was no sexual attraction. There was no like, but it was like we're alone, we're kids. Now we can do the thing. We could like. There's so many parts of my life where I don't. It wasn't the social thing to be doing, but I thought it was the social thing to be doing. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Like
followed the social rules, just not the right one.
Yeah. What you think is the social rule, but isn't quite.
right? And those are the things like they're not all the same. I'm not saying my experiences are the same, but that feeling of disconnect, right? That feeling of I
Mhm.
think I'm doing something right. This should be cool. Everybody should accept it. And then you do it and everybody just looks, hey, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
what are you doing? What's wrong with you?
Why are you doing the thing that we told you to do?
we were just joking,
What a
right?
square.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There were so many times in my life, I think, until I hit like middle school. And I think that's because like out here, our middle school is like high school. And so
Yeah.
that's when we start having like 6 classes and you start mingling and turning into cliques. And it was also when being 6 foot tall was an advantage
Yeah.
because you got
You
to
could
high
reach
school and then you
things.
had team sports.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, sport. I
I I,
mean,
I was
growing up
lucky. I
in
was big.
like, I wasn't. I was always a little kid. And growing up in Australia and being crap at sports, terrible. That's
You
like social
you can't play
suicide.
either football for shit. You're not a good rugby player or soccer player, right?
I can play cricket, all right, and netball. I was a vicious netball player.
You
But
could probably
ball
do better
sports,
breakdancing than Raygun, though.
I'm gonna leave that one alone.
I like how she's
No.
like, I'm not sure. I'm not.
I'm not gonna touch that one. No, no thanks.
So did the sport dynamic really affect you or?
Yeah, I was because like I wasn't cool enough to be like socially accepted. Wasn't good enough at sport to be like picked on the sports team,
And
because
then you
there's
didn't have the
always
nerd, you didn't have the theater geeks to hang out with like here. At
because
least
there
here you
weren't
got
any.
drama club. Yeah. You got drama club in the States where you can hang out with other
Mm-hmm.
nerds and get into that whole bullshit.
I did
Exactly.
track and field, and I wasn't friends with like the jock kids or nothing, or the popular kids. So I just like sat with my sandwich, just away from everybody, just waiting for the next event. And my
Mm-hmm.
parents went to that event, and my mom was like, "How come you're not socializing with the other kids? Why aren't you hanging out with your friends?" And I'm like, "I don't know these people. I'm just here to run and pretend that I'm the main protagonist in the sports anime. That's what I'm
Right.
here for."
Have you
Uh-huh.
ever lived your life like I'm glad you so when I graduated, right? I looked back and I was like I was the Zach Morris in my high school. And in our
Oh
original
wow.
our original as Jane Cheer, our original podcast member, Audra will tell you that's fucking true. Like I was very successful with the women, even though I didn't know I was being successful with the women's, right? I was an athlete. I graduated early, right? I did all the things. I did FBLA, I did DEC, I know. But while I was in school, I thought I was a loser.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember meeting a pair of twins that I went to high school with, and they were like, "Man, back in high school, we thought you had it all together," and I was like, "I had no fucking clue what was going on. I was
Fake it till
Right?
you make it.
I had no clue either. Like, no clue. But then, no one else thought I had a clue either. So I got voted most annoying in my high school yearbook.
Oh no!
Mhm.
I didn't know that was an option.
Oh, I got close.
Neither did I.
Hold on, I got biggest brown noser.
Oh,
That's oddly specific.
Hey, fuck
yeah.
you, Kira. I don't like how she said, "Oh yeah, that is worse." She's, ooh,
Like,
yeah.
high school is vicious. It's brutal. Like, what are these
Oh yeah.
awards? It's terrible. I got second worst dressed as well, which was hilarious. Just thought that was funny.
Ah, well, and I love obsequious. So they use the word grossly obsequious, which is why use the word
Yeah,
obsequious. That is a huge word, but that
it is a
means
big word.
obedient or attentive, right? So I got
Obsequious, yeah.
yeah, I got voted the most detail oriented at it. That sounds autistic. If
That
I've never heard
sounds,
it.
yeah, that's on brand.
You're like
They
that's
could have just voted you most autistic.
right. Like
Would have been the same
Yeah,
thing.
but it was the 80s, so autism equaled Rain Man. Like,
that
and
was
that was
the
it.
hard part. Like I think back to like so I was the type like you go to class and somebody would be like, "We got a project next week." I bet, "Oh yeah, I know. I'm halfway done."
Oh no, oh, that
That's
the
the
ADHD
best.
side
I
of
like
me
that.
meant that that it would get done the night before. I'd be like, I haven't started. Oh shit, I better start.
Hell yeah.
And then boom, done. Hyper focus for 8 hours, done. Or however long it took.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
See, that's now I do that part. I get the hyper focus, but I've got all my resources a week before. And so
Oh
I
God,
guess
no.
that's like for me is I'm that's the part is I'll get so like when I build my Legos, I don't separate them by color. That's fucking retarded. But what I do I'm sorry.
That's the
Somebody do
oh,
that.
you can't use the R word. Man.
I
Come
we
on.
if I could use the N word, I can use the R word, god damn it.
Is it the same thing? Oh, I don't
Kinda.
know.
I'm black, so yeah, it is kinda. But
Okay.
and they used to call us retards when we were in fucking 80s. That's all they did call us back then.
They
But
did.
I'm not Kira's like they did. He's got a point.
They did.
Right?
It still doesn't make it right.
I
It's
didn't
still
say
not
it was right.
good.
I
It was
didn't
a
say it was
terrible
right.
idea.
But I laugh because I think we all have our different processes, right? And
Oh
depending on
yeah.
what the thing is, like when it comes to acting, I bet you have this great process that works for you.
Not yet. That's
Oh
what I'm trying
fuck!
to work
Well,
out. Yeah.
she's like, that's
You
what
got
Getting
this.
there.
the
Because
thesis
we
is
get
about. You
trained as
jerk.
if we're neurotypical, right? We get trained in all these like because acting in psychology is like, like the method would never work. Like method acting, I just think is stupid.
Yeah.
Like
Why is
it makes
that?
no sense to me.
What part of it doesn't make sense to you?
Like the living as your character stuff and getting that deep into it and like feeling your like the feelings that your character would feel. I'm like, make it up. That's what yeah, you can feel
Or
all this
just
stuff.
learn empathy.
Or just learn like what reads, because you can have all of this internal experience, but if people can't see it, then what's the point?
Literally, yeah.
Because like sometimes I don't know about you, but I get alexithymia, which is like I can't describe my emotions. I cannot tell you what I'm feeling. I feel stuff. I don't know what it is. As an actor, that's kind of a problem. I have no idea. And lots of autistic people have like emotional regulation and emotional like processing is like, what? And so going, hey, can you be sad? And I'm like, I don't know what that feels like. I have no idea. I know what it looks like. I know how I can make an audience sad, but that doesn't necessarily mean I'm sad. Do you see what I mean? Like, I'm more worried about what the audience is feeling, and not what I'm doing.
It's funny you say that because I've done some improv, and I remember I did a great improv, and I turned into the villain.
Cool.
I made the crowd go, ooh.
Villains are
Right?
fun. Yeah.
Right? And it was weird because when we got done, nobody wanted to say a good job to me. Nobody,
Yeah.
right? Like, no, sorry, it just was a weird thing. I'm getting goosebumps telling you. Look, my hair's coming up and everything. Yeah, I'm literally getting goosebumps because it was a weird.
It's like a physical response.
Everybody came out and was just like, "You're an asshole," and I was like, "No, I was playing an asshole." Yeah, I was like, and
that was the assignment. Is you act.
Like,
just a really good actor, guys. Like, come on.
They were like, "You're really good at being an asshole. That must come natural to you." And I was like, "Whoa,
no." I just fake it really well.
Yeah. But you don't know me,
right?
But it was just weird to see how, like, attached people become to like your character, and it reminds me of Doc on Friends, right? When Joey was playing Dr. Moreau. And the one
Dr. Drake Ramore.
There we go, Drake Ramore. And Brooke Shields was like, Drake, how can you be on the TV and be here at the same time? He's like, I'm not Drake. Right? I think it's.
And then they like played into it. They're like, I'm his twin.
He's evil twin. Yeah.
Right.
Brilliant.
But I think it's
she fell for people. It.
That's the part we have, right? You want me to be this person, or you want me to be this person, or but I'm not this person. I mean, I could think like this person, and then you want to tell me how they would think. Well, that's how you think they would think. I think they would like. There's this whole logical thing when somebody wants to tell you how your character should respond. You're like, no, I've studied my character. She's a bitch, and they're like, no, that's not how I wrote her. And I'm like, but I read it. She's a bitch. Like, did you not see what you? Have you had that problem with the translation?
Yeah. Well, you have a conversation with the director, and you just go, cool. What are we going for? What is the story that we're telling together? Because it's a collaborative thing, right? It's like one of those incredible art forms where lots of different people contribute to the product.
And sometimes the performance reshapes the whole project, because in Disney's Frozen, Elsa was supposed to be like the super big villain, and then after she sang Let It Go, the writers were like, well, we can't make her a villain after that performance. We gotta make some changes.
Yeah, because like I saw Frozen before I like self-identified, and I was like, oh, I so relate. To Elsa.
And then Chandler was supposed to cheat on Monica in Friends, but Matthew Perry did not want that to happen. So they did a little rewriting, and they're like, oh, this is better significantly.
Makes it more interesting. So like, because like if it's just one person's idea of like human interaction, then that gets one-dimensional and boring. Like people are different.
I'm glad you brought that up, because I got a script for you to read when you get bored. I don't think Jane Jira's read it. Jane Jira, have you read it yet?
I read part of it, but you'll have to.
You never finished it.
I got through most of it. Yeah, send it to me again.
But I wrote this film, and it's a masterpiece. I would like to tell you first off.
Amazing.
It's very good. It's very good. And I'm not just saying that. I mean, it's pretty good.
It do got potential.
When I wrote it, one of my homegirls was reading it as write it, and she was like, a black woman isn't just gonna give up that information. And I was, what? She was like, yeah, that conversation did not go right. I was, oh, okay, I see what you mean.
Cool. Yeah, good.
Right? I was like,
Cool. Well done you for going, oh, sure, thank you.
You got a point. Let me redo that. Then I redid
Yeah.
it, reset it, and she was like, okay, I can deal with that. I can deal with that. And then I explained a little
Amazing.
bit on it, right? But it was like, yeah, as a black man, I can write as a man and I can kind of write for women, but I really can't write a woman's personality, right? And so I think those are the areas where like it was funny for me, and even just for you to hear, like sometimes there's got to be collaboration. I know you told me
Oh,
what you wanted
100%.
Anne to be, but as a woman playing Anne and understanding Anne now, I don't think that's what Anne would do. And that is something I think as an autist, has that been a problem for you? You think?
I think, because like, yeah, it's hard because like, especially in musical theater, we have like the canon of text of shows that get revived and revived and revived and revived. Like I get to do new musicals as well, and I get to put my spin on stuff, but people quite often I'll just bring something to the table, like just based on the text, because as actors we're sort of taught that the text is sacred and everything has to serve the text. Like you have, like, there's no rewriting. You cannot rewrite a musical that's not like in workshop. If it exists and it's been, you know, produced and you're licensing it, then you can't change anything. It'd be like changing Tennessee Williams or something like that. But you know, so I would bring something that uses the text but interprets it in a different way, and people are like, what? Huh? Like at some point I was doing like a show, a musical that was based on like a restoration comedy. So it was all like a bit Downton Abbey, a bit like historical romantic comedy sort of thing. And I decided that my character, who was like the female lead, would rock up in a pair of trousers instead of a dress because she's just been horse riding. And people were like, oh, that's a bold choice. And I'm like, is it? Is it though?
It just makes sense.
Because she's this kind of person. It just made sense to me. So people like questioning and then going, oh, actually, that's kind of cool. Which is nice. And I think like not trying to fit into the box is nice, is helpful. And then we can have a conversation about it. Like we'll try something in rehearsal. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it means like the story doesn't get told, or it gets told in a way that the director doesn't want, because they have like the sort of big like zoomed out view of the whole thing, then we have a conversation about it. But like, you know, if I have an interpretation I want to try, then I'm going to, you know, I'll be like, hey, can we try it this way? And then if they don't like it, then they don't like it. But being able to try it is a thing. You have to be able, like, be the kind of, because there's directors that I would never bring anything to. It's directors I would just be like, cool, I'll do what you say and never question anything.
And
that's that kind of person.
Is that's got to be the friction for you, right? Is as an oddity, me personally, when something doesn't make sense, I got to tell you, you know, just so you know, I got an opinion. I got to tell.
Right. Or I would just tell the musical director or the assistant director. And just be like,
drop a hint to somebody else.
And just, you know, use someone else to
gauge if you should go talk to the next person.
Like, or should I just, the next time we do this scene, just do it this way and see what happens?
Better to ask for forgiveness than it is permission, right?
Yeah, in theory. Yeah.
Well, I got some good news and I got some bad news. Guess what?
What?
It's been an hour.
Oh, man. It has.
That just means you got, finally Jane Jira got her shit together with the sound effects. Hey.
Can you just follow me around and have, like, sound effects for my life? That would be super cool.
That would be so fun.
It's like the laugh track in my head.
That's what it's like in my brain.
I want one of those. This is back to the 80s again, one of those things where you had little buttons for different sound effects. Those were the best. And just wandering around in daily life going wah 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 wah. Yeah.
Kira, I hate to be the guy.
I wish I was around for that.
Tell everybody where to find you. Tell everybody your socials. What do you got going on? Give them all your info.
if you want to hear my thoughts about autism and acting, you can follow me on Instagram and Threads at Autistic Actors, where Threads is slightly unhinged. Instagram is a little bit more informative and academic. But yeah, I share my thoughts. I share my work. I shout out to other autistic actors and creators and stuff. So come and say hi.
Yay.
I've got to say, it's definitely been a pleasure. I know we've
It's
enjoyed
been
having
fun.
you. We'd love to. I think you should come on Dating with Disabilities. I think you'd like it. I think it'd be a good time. I'll try to talk you into that one. All we do is talk about what the hell's going on and how crazy men are and what's going on in life.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I could maybe talk about that. But thank you for having us. We'll have you on again
Thank
sometime
you.
soon. Don't worry. And remember, if you've learned anything from this one, I think the biggest one on this episode was like, be you. You got to
Yeah.
be authentically you, because if you're not going to be okay with yourself. Whether or not
Yeah.
everybody else likes that person, whether or not everybody else has fun with that person, who cares? If you're not
There will be
happy,
people who do.
right?
Yeah. Your real
But
friends will care.
as long as
Yeah.
you're happy with who you are, that's most important. We're
Yeah.
out of here. Later, dude.